Hey, it's Krishna. Stay tuned for market update for Selma, Texas, and all the data that you're going to need to know what is happening with the housing market here in Selma. Uh, if you find the information useful, be sure to let me know about it. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Here we go.
Okay, we are in Selma, Texas today, November 2022. Sales stats today is December 7th. So this is the data we've accumulated thus far for the year. So we're looking at first, we're going to look at sales price, and we're going to go on to new listings, home sales, pending sales, closed sales, days on market, etc. Here, you can see at the bottom. We're going to go through each one of those. We're going to go mostly in year to date format, and then we'll go into some month to month stats. And these are all really single family home stats that you're looking at. So right off the bat, sales price, the current median sales price um, year to date is $320,000. It's an 18.5% increase in the median sales price there in Selma. Last year it was 270. Year before that it was 225. The average 339,907 year to date, 283,661 last year, 242,707 the year before that. Month to month sales price, and this is where it shows that shifting market here. Median sales price 310 has dropped down to 310. And last year it was 289. So we still have growth this year, 7%, 7.3% growth if we're looking on a monthly basis for that year over year, or that rather price appreciation on a monthly basis. So not as high as last year, definitely due to those interest rates that we're seeing that drop there. If you're looking at the median sales price on a monthly basis versus a year over year. Um, Averages 341. That's a 12.5% increase, so a little bit higher on the averages. But then you have last year 13.6% increase, and the year before that it was at 267.64. Now moving on to new listings, new listing data on a year-to-date basis. We had ending in November, 190 new listings. That's 11.2% less than we had last year. Last year we jumped up 32.9%. Year before that we had 161 new listings. So we are above 2020 as far as new listings go. But we have throttled back a little bit on the new listings, new inventory coming into the market. Actual home sales year to date for the month of November, just that month, we hit 19 home sales there. That's 11.8%. Oh, excuse me, homes for sale. Excuse me, homes for sale. That means they went from new listings to just active listings. So typically you have that period of um, new listing status for 10 days, and then it goes into active status, and then it goes into maybe a price change or something like that. But we had 19 just on the market, didn't have any contracts on them. Year before that, we had about 17 on the market. Year before that, there's about 21. So I think it's pretty comparable each year here. It's not too much of a drop off there, just homes for sale. Pending sales, this is where you want to be if you are a seller. You want to be in that pending home sales category. Pending home sales dropped to 136 for the year to date through November. That's a 31% drop, 31.7% drop. We had 199 hit pending status same time last year, year to date, 199, and then 135. So if you compare, I know it's slowing down, but if you compare 2020 to 2022, we're real comparable to that same time period year to date. We'll just hit monthly just to see here. So down, it says we're down 64% on a monthly um, the monthly sales or monthly pending statuses, which is a big drop, but it's also, if we go back and look at 2021, we had a huge increase in pending activity for the month, through the month of November. 17 sales go pending last year in 2021, 10 sales same time period 2020. We didn't have, we had COVID going on still, but really again, real similar 2022 and 2020, same time period on a monthly basis. Okay, close sales. Close sales. Definitely where you want to be as a seller. We looked at 132 closed sales year to date, and by the end of November, 132 closed sales. That's 32% less than last year. Last year was just ridiculous with those low interest rates all year long. So that last year was represented a 42% increase over 2020, which 2020 was a great year. Again, very similar to 2022. Despite the high interest rates, very, very similar. Month to month, let's see what that change looks like. 11 home sales on a monthly basis, same time. 14 sales same time in 2022, 16 sales month of November 2021. So yeah, big percentage swing here, but not too big of a drop off really, in my opinion. Days on market, if you're interested how long your house is going to stay on the market, median wise, we're up 92% days on market, which sounds like a lot, but you'll soon see here, it doesn't look that bad comparing 2020 and 2022. But 2021, they didn't stay on the market very long at all. They were gone. 13 days in the median average. Early I should be looking at year to date. Average 30 days. 2020, 42 days. 2021, 22 days. Go back to that median or monthly. So very similar here on the monthly. So it doesn't change too much from monthly to year to date on the average days on market. So you can expect your home to be on the market on average 37 days right now. If we're looking at monthly, year to date, 30 days. So somewhere in that 30-day, 37-day window is how quickly your home would sell. Now into month supply. How much supply is there in the market? On a year to date, there is 1.5 months worth of inventory on the market in Selma. If we look on a monthly basis, how much inventory is there in Selma? There's 2.5 months worth of inventory left in there in Selma. That's a 257% increase, which sounds like a lot, but there's a big but here. Let's look at the long game here. Gosh, let's go back 5 years. Back to 2017, there was 2.5 months there in 2017, and it fluctuated. We got up to 2.9 months in 2018. This is all before COVID. 2.5 months, 1.7 months. We get into COVID. And then we look at these high interest rates. Really, this is a high interest rates. COVID's already started here, 1.7, 1.5. Then we get down into the low interest rates last year. My gosh, I mean, you hardly had any time to get a home there in Selma during that time period, especially on a monthly basis. Rolling 12 months. It was almost made it to zero, but we avoided that, and now we're seeing inventory climb. Where it stops, it feels like we're leveling out right now, but we'll see how that goes with these interest rates. Okay, moving on to percentage of list price. So how much can you expect the house to sell for under? If it's priced correctly, for the market, you shouldn't see it come down too much. In fact, a lot of, for the past couple of years, you've seen them priced or sell over the list price. The median percentage list price sale is going to be, it's at 100% right now, year to date. Okay, in the median. Okay, 100%. So they're pricing it right for the most part. Last year, you can see we had about a 1.1% increase in final sales price. And then the average was 100%. Now, year to date, monthly now, we're going to see a difference. So we do see that the effect of the interest rates, because this is telling me that there are some people that are making offers out there. For the most part, people don't make offers like they used to back in the day. They just pass up the listing. So if it's not priced right, they're not really going to make an offer. They're either going to make an offer at full price, or they might make it a little bit over if they have a really good deal staring at them. But for the most part, if you're priced close to the market, you can expect to have an offer that is around 3% lower than your ask price, just depending on the listing. It might be 100% of the ask price, but that's what we're looking at right now. Okay, that's on a monthly basis. And I go do the monthly basis for you because it's showing you what the activity is. This should level out as people get used to the interest rates and incomes come up and things like that. We'll start seeing the changes there first. We'll see the changes on the monthly level first, and then we'll start seeing it on a year-to-date level next. All right, price per square foot for you investors really interested in searching for homes this way. The median is $169 a square foot. That's a 21.6% increase over last year. The average price per square foot there, we're looking at $169 a square foot. That's a 21.6% increase over last year. Last year it was $139 a square foot. The year before that it was $120 a square foot. Getting deep in the data here, dollar value, how much is selling out there? 44 million. Last year was 54 million. Year before that, 33 million. And then again, for real important for home sellers, how many showings per where you see before you get to pending status. That pending status is, again, where you are done with the home inspection. It's just a matter of getting to that closing. So the median number of showings to get to pending is 12. Monthly status, it's about 9. So not too much of a difference there. Average 12. Year to date 16.5. So your average number of showings on average is 16.5 showings right now as of November 2022 to get to that pending status. So if you have your house is showed like 30 times, then you might want to rethink everything, not everything, but some things, make sure you're in line with the market and what it expects. Again, like I said, folks are not making offers like they used to. They don't want to get rejected either. So, that's a big reason. So you want to make sure you're priced correctly. In 2021, you could get about 18.1 showings per listing before a decision is made on average, or you get to that pending status. And moving to showings per listing, so year to date, we're looking at 10.5 showings per listing. And we're not talking about getting to pending status. We're just per listing. This is really doesn't have anything to do with home sellers or buyers, but maybe as a realtor, you're wondering where you're at with your listing and how many showings you should have, at least, how competitive you might be with the rest of the market. This tells you that information. So if you have any questions about this information, I'm happy to explain it. And hopefully you found a nugget in there that help you decide what this market looks like for you. Until the next video, thank you very much and see you around.